Poppy Playtime, a horror game with about 30 minutes of gameplay. Our game begins with a letter about a toy factory that was shut down 10 years ago. Inside, there's information about workers who went missing in the factory. According to the letter, they never actually disappeared, they're still inside. Our mission is to enter the factory as a former employee and find them. So, we head toward the abandoned factory. Our adventure begins here. Before entering the factory, we see an old promotional video. It talks about a very intelligent toy named Poppy, who was created by the factory's founder. Poppy is like a little girl, you can ask her questions, and she answers. Just like today's AIs. Assuming the game takes place in the past, this is quite fascinating. The toy was sold for $6, and for just $3 more, you could get a tour of the factory. But then, the video glitches, and a flower is shown, the same poppy flower we saw in the letter. Our goal is to find that flower, in other words, Poppy. When we first enter the factory, we find a tape and play it. On the tape, it's mentioned that there are different types of security systems other than guards, and that we are not welcome inside. But we'll move forward anyway, after all, that's our mission. According to what's said, our co-workers are still inside. We have to find them. While exploring rooms, we come across a piece of equipment that the previous workers used. With this tool, you can reach places you normally can't and pull objects toward you. It also opens the doors inside the factory. After equipping the tool, we continue forward. After solving a few puzzles, we find another tape. After listening to that one, we proceed to the center of the factory, where we see a familiar face. Huggy Wuggy. He's almost 6 meters tall and is supposedly just a toy, or is he? If you look closely, you'll notice he's trembling. That means he's alive, not just a toy. Even so, we continue forward out of necessity and enter the electricity room. After activating the switches, we head back, and when we return, Huggy Wuggy is gone. While questioning what's happening, we explore other rooms and continue collecting tapes. One of those tapes is about orphans. The toy company used to give Huggy Wuggy dolls to orphans, but the toys kept disappearing. Because they were alive and moving. After listening to this tape, we obtain our second arm piece and proceed to the main toy production room. There, we find a pink tape, which turns out to be the most important tape in the game. On it, there are two people, one is the factory's founder, and the other is a factory employee named Stella. Stella is someone who, despite being old, is obsessed with living longer. What she wants is to become a child again, because she claims to be a child trapped in an adult's body. That's where the tape ends, and you'll understand why this tape is important very soon. Now, back to the puzzles. To open a locked door, we need to build a toy. After making the toy, we use it to unlock the door. At that moment, a familiar figure appears behind the door, Huggy Wuggy. Then, the most intense part of the game begins, the chase. The only place to escape is through a narrow path where toys pass through. These moments are truly nerve-wracking. Just when I was thinking the game was a boring puzzle game, this chase happened. Then again, I don't even know what I expected from a horror game. Anyway, back to the game. After all the running, we finally make it out of that tight space. While Huggy Wuggy is chasing us, we drop a heavy object on him and send him falling below. Wow, what a chase that was! Now, I need to make some clarifications. You might think Huggy Wuggy is a robot, like in Five Nights at Freddy's. But no, he's alive. If you noticed, as he falls, he leaves blood behind. He bleeds, because he's a living being. You might say, he only started moving after we turned on the power, but no, he was already moving before that. I mentioned this earlier. So what exactly is this living creature? He is a real human who was turned into a toy. This is not just a regular factory, it's a place where orphan children were kidnapped and turned into toys through experiments. The pink tapes we found serve as evidence of this. At the end, after Huggy Wuggy falls, we find one last tape. This one belongs to a worker. He talks about an experiment, the subject is referred to as 1006. Now, is Huggy Wuggy experiment 1006? We don't have that information, but most likely, no. This refers to another creature in the factory. We'll learn more about that in future chapters of the game. After all of this, we finally reach our goal and find the flower. As we enter, at the end of long corridors, we encounter a familiar face.
You opened my case.